He is 19 years old, his very first Champions League match. 90 minutes later, he has scored 3 times, and a continent sits up. The commentators can barely believe the name. Erling Haaland. A teenager nobody outside Austria had taken seriously until tonight. So how does a boy born in Leeds, raised in tiny Bryne on Norway's west coast, become the most feared goalscorer on the planet? Because today, that is exactly what he is. The numbers barely look human anymore. Goals in floods, in every competition, against every defence designed to stop him. Yet one stage has never seen him at all. Until this summer, Erling Haaland had never kicked a ball at a World Cup. 3 things are coming. A substitute cameo that terrified Germany, a season England still cannot explain, and the night a 28-year wait finally ended. Start with the detail that tells you everything. Borussia Dortmund debut, January 2020. He climbs off the bench and scores a hat-trick, reportedly inside 23 minutes. A substitute, barely on the pitch, 3 goals. That is not a debut. That is a warning shot to a continent. But to understand the machine, you go back. A small boy, a small town, and a father who had already lived this world. His father, Alf-Inge Haaland, was a Premier League footballer, and one of his clubs happened to be Manchester City. Remember that detail. Erling arrives on the 21st of July 2000, born in Leeds while his dad plays in England. English soil. A footballer's bloodline. Then the family moves home to Bryne, Norway. That single choice decides everything. The boy born in England will play for a different flag. He tears through Bryne's youth ranks, raw, oversized for his age, and completely obsessed. By his mid-teens, bigger clubs are calling. Molde answer first. Managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a striker who knew precisely what a born goalscorer looks like. He saw it immediately. 2 seasons under Solskjaer. The frame fills out, the movement sharpens, the goals stack up. But Norway is a small stage, and Europe still is not looking. Red Bull Salzburg fixed that. Within months comes the Champions League night you watched at the start, and the secret is out for good. 3 goals at 19 on club football's biggest stage. From that night, every giant in Europe wants him. He could have cashed in anywhere. Instead, he makes the colder, smarter move. A club with a production line for turning young forwards into monsters. Dortmund. You already know how his first night there went. What matters is what followed. It never slowed down, not for a single month. Goal after goal, in the league, in the cups, in the Champions League against the best defenders alive. The scoring charts stop looking normal. And here is what truly frightens defenders. It is not only the finishing, it is the speed. A man built like that should not move like this. Power and pace in one body. You cannot outmuscle him, and you cannot outrun him. So what exactly is left to try? By 2022, all of Europe is circling the meditating goal machine. The question is not whether he leaves Dortmund, only where the next feast begins. The answer lands with an echo. Manchester City, his father's old club. 22 years on, the son walks in wearing sky blue. The Premier League was supposed to be the examination that finally slowed him. More contact, more chaos, no mercy for newcomers. It did not slow him for a week. Instead, hat-tricks arrive in a flood. Tap-ins, thunderbolts, headers, poachers' finishes. Every flavour of goal, and most of them before the hour mark. By May of his first season, the record has fallen. 36 league goals, more than anyone in Premier League history had ever managed in one campaign. A mark that had survived every superstar of the modern era, gone inside his debut year. That is not adaptation. That is a takeover. But individual numbers do not fill trophy cabinets, and 2023 was about to answer the bigger question too. The treble. Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, all in one season.
The prize City had chased for a generation, delivered in his very first year. Then the personal crown, UEFA Men's Player of the Year. At club level, there was nothing left to prove and nobody left to convince. A treble winner and a record breaker before his 23rd birthday. So ask the obvious question.
What could possibly be missing? Only the thing that matters most of all. And to understand how heavy it was, you need exactly one number. Norway had not reached a World Cup since 1998, 2 years before Erling was even born. The absence was older than the man expected to end it. That is the contradiction that stung. The deadliest striker of his era could not carry 11 men through qualifying alone. And in 2021, Norway fell short again. So the critics kept their favourite line ready. Brilliant for his club, they said, but unproven on the stage where the greats are measured. 2 full generations of Norwegians had never once watched their own country play at a World Cup. But around him, something was finally changing. Norway had assembled a golden group, Ødegaard pulling the strings, real quality in every line, and a striker entering his prime. It changed him too. There were nights he wore the armband himself, and the kid who once scored for fun now carried a nation's entire hope. Watch him celebrate in this shirt, and you can see it. These goals stopped being numbers long ago. Each one is an argument that the wait can end. Back in Manchester, the machine never dips. The same ruthless output season after season. But every Norwegian eye is fixed on a different fixture list. Autumn 2025, the qualifying run-in. Win the right nights and the wait is over. Slip once and the cruelest chapter yet writes itself. He attacks every cross like it owes him money. Headers, tap-ins, penalties, the full arsenal, with the weight of a generation on his back. And he delivers. Norway qualify. 28 years of waiting over. And the man who ended it is the boy from Breen. Imagine being Norwegian that night. A feeling your parents had described your whole life finally happening to you. June 2026. The anthem plays and Erling Haaland stands at his first World Cup, 25 years old, a lifetime of expectation walking out beside him. And Norway do more than just show up for the party. They reach the knockout rounds, and their striker is finally exactly where he belongs. The boy from Breen. Born in England, made in Norway, feared absolutely everywhere. The one gap in his story closed at last. But knockout football is where reputations get settled for good, and that part of the story is still being written right now. Everything else in his career began to feel inevitable years ago. This tournament is the one prize that never has, so one question remains, the biggest in the sport. Can the greatest scorer of his generation conquer the tournament he has only just reached? If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Beyond the Boots for more. The boots tell the story. We just follow the footsteps.